Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird, wonderful world, and I am live for music and entertainment talk in general. Whatever you guys, we got somebody up in the watching right now, right away. That's awesome. So, yeah, we can talk about music. I'm going to be talking about the new Mad album from Sparks. Fantastic, fantastic. Like already starting to say now that I think I like this better than The Girl Is Crying in Her Latte, and I really love The Girl Is Crying in Her Latte. That was an album that I liked it, but there's some stuff in it that had to grow on me just a little bit. But this, from start to end, there's not a bad note on it whatsoever. Like I really like this. Yeah, I'm going to say officially right now, I absolutely do like this better than The Girls Crying in Their Latte. It, yeah, I'm going to say it now. But yeah, I love my Sparks collection. Just a quick recap. If you want to know what I have for Sparks so far, um, I'll get this out of the way. I do have the 50 years later of Kimono My House with is a cool cover of songs by metal bands. Awesome. You don't know about it? Check it out. I'm waiting for some questions. Oh, hello, music and cat lover. Good evening to you too. Yeah, it's of course it's 4 p.m. here, so yeah, I got these two. If you got a question, I'm here to answer it. So yeah, if you're just starting to get into Sparks, I suggest this. I have some stuff lined up here to show you guys and everything, but I'm so stoked with Sparks right now. I kind of want to talk about that. So yeah, the best of Sparks. That's the best thing to get into because it's three. I got the 3 disc one. I still love it. It's awesome. The only way I can get Computer Girl is by having this. Otherwise I probably wouldn't have it. So and I have ordered another. Why am I throwing that down there? I want to keep that in on the right spots. Yeah, I want. I got because I got my box where I have all my Sparks albums in there. Hey, and of course it's not in here right now. The actual CD because it's in my player because I'm playing it. And I wanted to play that first. It was so good. I had it in the earphones last night. Was ever so good. Yeah, the new Mad album. Love it. I do love it. Yeah. Also, you may remember I have gotten the Yes box set. So far, I've only listened to Going for the One, which I really enjoyed. I didn't think it was all that bad at all. But I really liked 90125. I had to play that next because I really wanted to hear Owner of a Lonely Heart in the headphones, and it was good. That was good. Oh, also a while back, just to remind you, I do have the Rat series. You know, I've been buying a lot of music lately. I haven't been getting to as much as I want to because I've been getting music, but I haven't been listening to it as fast as I've been getting it. Oh, I got some. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, I mean, once you get into that band, there's no hello hello. So Ethan, always nice for you to join me here. Yeah, of course. So yeah, we're cool here. I'm going to go on live for maybe an hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending on how things go. But yeah, I want to keep it. But I also want to talk about DVDs and movies a little bit with you guys if you're a game for that for sure. Now, the last Frank Zappa I bought was this, right? I played it once, but I don't necessarily remember it. I need to play this again soon because I looked at it and I'm like, I know I played it, but I actually didn't. I know I liked it. I know it was good, but I never paid as much attention to it as I should have. So I don't really remember like what it like how it goes. I just know that I remember liking it. So Definitely, yeah, you should. Absolutely, Ethan. I think you're going to enjoy that thoroughly. There's got to be something on there that you're going to love. Yeah, there's something for everybody with Sparks. But yeah, I need to listen to this again because I'm not. I forgot how it sounds, but I know I loved it. And also, I talking about the DVDs and that, I had bought some Star Trek DVDs because I'm really into Star Trek. I've already gone through all of the Next Generation here. I played everything on that first season, and oh my gosh, did it ever bring back memories and a few things here and there that I completely forgot about. It's like, oh yes, that happened. Oh yes, that happened. It even kind of a couple of things, little things, just kind of brought a tear to my eye because I forgot how sentimental it was. Weirdly enough, okay, people bash on Wesley Crusher, but he was the character in many ways because he was pretty close to my age at the time of the Next Generation coming out. This was '88. I would have been 17, around the age of Wesley Crusher, so I related to him for sure. Yes, you got to get the 3 CD one for sure. Because it has everything. It's all in date order of starting with Wonder Girl from the first album. It's all chronological order. Of course, they're just missing a couple of albums at the end here. They don't have anything from Girls Crying in a Latte or the new Mad, but it is, but it is, it goes through all their most important songs. Absolutely, it's a must. It's a must for any yeah, if you're not into, if you don't know if you're going to be into Sparks, and if you think, oh, just the hits will be great, no, you'll start on a rabbit hole. Once they get into your brain, I mean, right now they're my third favorite band. They were tied for second with King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, but oh, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That would be, I think that would be the best idea. It's not super expensive. I ordered mine. That was pretty much one of the second things I ordered because I had bought Kimono My House at Frank's Music, and then I had gotten yeah, I had gotten Propaganda. I had gotten Propaganda, but then I needed to get more. Well, had been watching the videos, and so I mean, getting the even though I knew I was going to get all the albums, I still wanted to get Past Tense regardless because yeah, I'll get anything Sparks now for short, for short. But yeah, now I just started watching season 4 of Voyager. I watched the 4 first episodes so far. I'm enjoying that. So yeah. So also, I just kind of want to remind people who are may not know what my 3 favorite movies of all time, because we're going to talk about music and movies. My favorite, well, I'll go my third favorite movie, and we'll work to number one. And you guys should know what my first favorite movie is. That's my third favorite movie, Snowpiercer. And don't, I mean, for except for the what's in number one, okay, the reason why this movie and what's in number two is my in my top 3 favorite movies of all time is because of that first time watching, that very first time watching it on the when you're on the edge of your seat and you don't know where it's going, you don't know where the story's going, and it just ramps up. It's that moment where he gets into the car where they're making the little you know the little protein bars that they eat at the back of the train, and then they would yeah, and when he looked inside the thing and seen how it was being made, I won't spoil that for you. Yeah, that I was really riveted, and I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. So I don't know, and I love the whole allegory of it. I love the whole setting of it. It's just a for me, it's a perfect movie. It is a perfect movie. A not so perfect movie, but I still love it anyway. Just because I don't know why. I think it's just because of the look. and the feel of it is not wasn't necessarily with the storyline, even though I love that part too. I have to go with Looper. Looper is my second favorite movie of all time. I don't, and I can't explain why exactly. I was when this movie came out, I went to see it in the theater. It was one of my first, or around the few first movies I went to see as 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 a free movie, because I worked at a movie theater for 10.5 years. I would get some to see free movies. So this was amongst the first few of my free movies that I ever had to. I was able to go see, and I knew this knocked me off my off my feet. I was on the edge of my seat pretty much the whole time. But for obvious reasons, because and again for the what's the number one is because I so at the time when that movie came out, I could relate to the concepts of it so much. I Yeah, Looper is awesome. Yeah, Ethan, Looper is awesome. But this is the greatest movie of all time for me still. Even after all these years, over 25 years it's been going, you know, it'll be 26-year anniversary on October 15th. And last year I wasn't able to celebrate on the day the anniversary of that, and I really wish I did. I really wish I would have. But yeah, I just go like it put Brad Pitt on the map for me, because before I just thought he was some just Hollywood pretty boy, because I was relating him to his character in Thelma and Louise, which is the very first thing I ever seen Brad Pitt in that I remember him from. But when I saw Fight Club, that changed my perception of Brad Pitt. And then for almost a good couple of years, Edward Norton was my favorite actor, especially in 2000 and 2001, and he could do no wrong. Now I don't necessarily have a favorite actor. I have a group of actors that I really love, but yeah, when it comes to Fight Club, there's the whole philosophy of behind it. I could just relate to it. Being frustrated from work and stuff, it just made sense. So, any questions you want to know about music? Anything I can talk about? I mean, as you all know, my top five favorite bands of all time, and and oh yeah, I'm actually going to say of all time. When I think my top five favorite bands right now, for one reason or another, have become my favorite movies, my favorite music of all time. Oh, you were at a con years ago with three captains of the uh, Jonathan Frakes, Avery Brooks, and Kate Mulgrew. Kate was yeah. Well, yeah. I'm pretty impressed with her. I always loved her as Catherine Janeway. I am currently watching this right now, and yeah, I love Voyager. A lot of people kind of bash on Voyager a little bit, but not me. I think Voyager is a great show. Deep Space Nine is better, a little bit better. I mean, of course, I love Lower Decks, but for me, what was the great when especially during the entire seasons of its run, it was the Next Generation. Like that was my passion, and it solidified Star Trek as the greatest TV show for me of all time. As much as I love some of the other ones I have, I will have to categorize this as my favorite. It was educational. I was learning so much from watching Star Trek. You can learn so many intelligent things from watching Star Trek. Mhm. Oh well, yeah, he was my original favorite captain. I mean, when I was a kid, and you may have heard me say this before, when I was a kid, there was only two shows I wanted to watch, and that was Spider Man and Captain Kirk. I mean, even I knew it was called Star Trek, but I called it Captain Kirk. I want to watch Captain Kirk. I want to watch Captain Kirk. Spock was my favorite character, hands down. You know, but I loved the original Star Trek. It was the only TV show. Oh, really? Ah, the Next Generation is spectacular. The first two seasons are a little bumpy. You could I skipped it. Okay, I skipped it. One of the worst episodes ever on the Next Generation is the is I'll get this out here. It's the third episode, Code of Honor. Yeah, I don't wanna. I don't even really want to talk about what that episode is about. But yeah, William Shatner was awesome on that Twilight Zone episode. Terror at 2,000 feet. You know, at 20. Terror at 20,000 feet. That's what it's called. It was a great episode. John Lithgow played the reenactment of that in the movie, but William Shatner with his, you know, and I don't even think he was overacting in that. I think it was just perfect. Yeah, the Borg are great. They are still my favorite. Yeah, they are my favorite enemies still with the Next Generation and the movies in that. Yeah, love the Twilight Zone. So, as you know, but because I just well talking about Borg, as you know, as you're starting season 4, they're transitioning away from Kess, and they've introduced and they introduced, of course, Seven of Nine, which of course Kate Mulgrew didn't like because it's like okay, they the sex appeal is a little bit overblown, and they didn't get along at first. They're great now, of course. They it wasn't a very long little feud, but there was a little bumpy road at the beginning. But those first couple of episodes where I was riveted. Again, I've seen these a few times, but I was riveted still. I love the motion picture. It should get more love than it deserves. Absolutely. But it was her transformation from being a Borg, mouthpiece for the Borg, and then how that whole situation, how quickly that whole situation came about, where she was talking to them almost like with emotion, and you will be assimilated, and it is futile and all that stuff. But yeah, it was I don't know. I find the way they did it. It was just brilliant. Just brilliant. And her quickly realizing, now I'm an individual. I'm not a part of that collective anymore. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It's just in 2 episodes where they have her on, the last episode of a Scorpion Part 2, and then and then the next episode right after where she's you know where she gets out of her Borg look and into her regular. I like it. That's all I want to say about that. But yeah, so I was going to say something about my top 5 favorite bands of all time, which of course is Tool. My second favorite band of all time is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. My third, of course, is Sparks, and this could be in the top 5 to top 3 best Sparks albums right now. And they deserve all the attention they're getting. These guys are the best. Of course, Rush, and I'm showing you my favorite stuff from those groups, and then of course, Bell and Sebastian, the voices. You know, these five bands for me have just been they keep music alive, and you know not that I wouldn't be a music fan anyway, but they just for me it's bonus. It's a bonus, like, because it elevates my love for music even higher than it's ever been before. Like having 5 favorite bands like that, they're pretty equal in but so different from each other, but they're so equal in their mastery of the craft that they can play almost anything. I don't know yet. Like I said, I've been going through those. I mean, I really enjoyed that. Okay, I love Close to the Edge. I mean, the first time around, it gets a little slow in some in the middle of it, but I've learned to really appreciate that the few like more than a few times that I must have played Close to the Edge at least 3 4 times, at least 4 times now, at least. So your top five are Bachman Turner. No, it's Blue Oyster Cult. Yes, Alice Cooper, The Stranglers, The Who, and Queen. Very, very respectable and completely you grew up on and you relate to the most. I get it. I really get it, and I love that people have their own taste in music, and it's not based on how good the bands are. Okay, you have great bands that people don't like. It's really all about the relatability, and it tends to be the stuff that we relate to the most. Okay, is what most people tend to like the most. But it really, yeah, top two are Who and Black Sabbath. Well, you can't you can't have metal without Black Sabbath. You know, it may not have been called heavy metal back then. It was a hard rock for sure. But yeah, so yeah, when it comes to, I'm kind of losing my train of thought a little bit here, but no, I so love all these all no, yeah, it was with this here, the Bachman Turner. Why do I want to say BTO is Blue Oyster Cult? Yeah, with these five bands here, when somebody says to me their favorite band is ACDC or Motley Crue, I don't know if I love them. Don't get me wrong. I love these bands and I will get them. I only have one more studio album and one live album from ACDC to complete that. So, and through Larry's channel, I'm getting more into Sparks. Yeah, yeah. Larry's channel is the best place to learn about Sparks. Also, I always want to try to give a shout out to Monty Mullen from his Monty's Arts and Sparks and Entertainment, Sparks Art and Entertainment site, or however he calls it nowadays. He is very. Once this gets posted, I will leave a pinned comment to everybody's proper links down below. But yeah, if you want to learn more about Sparks, Monty Mullen, and there's also Paul Barrett's Meta/Sparks, and I find his take on what everything in Sparks means is really insightful. I have been watching his big his big take on the number one in heaven with what is it? What's the other guy's name? Ad something. But they go through the whole, like, in each episode for each song is like 2 hours long because they're going through every beat of the song. Larry's got a good channel to learn about UFOs too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, there's that video. There's no such thing as aliens. No such thing as aliens. That's a Spark song. There's no such thing as aliens. That's on Steady Drip Drip Drip, which is great. But yeah. Oh, is that on Strip? Steady Drip Drip Drip? I think it is. Uh, no, it's not on that. No, it's not on that. That's on Hippopotamus. Yeah, I think that's on Hippopotamus. There's, oh, where is there's no such thing as aliens? I can't remember now. Well, was that on? I can't remember now. It doesn't matter. It's still a great song. But yeah, I forgot what album that song is on now. But yeah, he is a good place to learn about UFOs. But yeah, I was talking about Metasparks. Very insightful. His whole take on Sparks is that all Sparks songs are referring to their career. That whatever Ron's lyrics are is always in references to them, their career, their music, any type of love interest is related to Ron's musical muse. So whenever he's talking about a relationship, love, or something, yeah, he's talking about his music, him and his love for music, his process for doing music and everything. For example, I think this is a great example. On Hippopotamus, okay, you and when you're what like he's talking about a hippopotamus in his pool. The pool he's talking about is his train of thought. It's the pool of thought in his head. That in his pool of thought, there's hippopotamuses. There's a book by Anonymous. There's there's all there's all kinds of things. There's a book by Anonymous. There's a painting by Anonymous. There's yeah, her yeah Hieronymus Bosch. Yeah, Hieronymus Bosch. There's a Volkswagen microbus in there. There's a 58 microbus, of course. A hippie driving the microbus. There's a hippie in there too. The Titus Andronicus, and then he's a woman with an abacus, and she looks Chinese. So it's because he's referring to just random thoughts that came to his head as he was writing that song. It's like, what's in my pool of thoughts right now? Well, I'm imagining a hippopotamus. So he just writes a this just give you a crack in the processes of how Ron writes a song. I think it's great. I like Ron in many respects, like for a completely different way. Okay, my favorite songwriter and lyricist has to be Maynard James Keenan from Tool. Okay, hands down, first and foremost. But when it comes to cleverness, and just such whimsical and delightful ideas for writing lyrics, Ron Mail is like the man. And I love learning. I love learning about stuff like that. I'm trying to learn some stuff from Ron. I've been looking at trying to play This Town Ain't Big Enough for the Both of Us on my keyboard, and my limb independence is screwing me up, and it's kind of aggravating a little bit. I'm trying to practice. I'm practicing as often as I can. I'll be watching Voyager, or well, I was watching whenever I'm watching Star Trek and I'm not doing something on the computer, I got my keyboard out and I have it a little low so just enough that I can hear it, but I can still pay attention to what I'm watching, and I'm practicing as much as I can. Yeah, I love music. I love playing music. I used to have a couple of guitars growing up. Like I used to have a white Ibanez Series 2 when I was when I was in my 20s, like early, I think my late teens, early 20s, or it could be my just in my early 20s. I can't remember the date now, but I had a cool little guitar. And then maybe about going on 15 years now. It's no spamming, please. Some eBay. Okay, what about eBay? Let's see. So you spam, you get put in timeout. There you go. Mhm. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, somebody was spamming something there, and so yeah, I had to get rid of that. But what was I talking about now before I saw that up there? Just my love for music and playing instruments, trying to learn music as much as I can. Because I will tell you, the more you learn about music, the more you appreciate music. Even the music that you didn't like before starts becoming a lot more clear once you know certain elements of how things are put together, how difficult it is to do some of the stuff they're doing. When you're talking about musical techniques and that, you just can't beat the you just can't beat learning. So yeah. Anybody else have any questions? I'm here to entertain. I want to give you as much content as I can. without trying to repeat myself every time. I don't like to repeat myself. I find that I often do, and it kind of bugs me when I realize that how much I'm repeating myself. So yeah. So yeah, anything you guys want to know, I'm here for you. Music wise, like who likes Rat? Out of everybody here, I grew up on Rat. I like especially those first two albums. I used to have them on cassette, and I know I liked them and I played them. So when I seen this, I had to buy it, and I liked the Yes albums that I had. Right, that I had gotten one from Larry, and I had bought Close to the Edge, brand new. I had first gotten Fragile. That was the first one I bought for myself. But then, when I saw this, and I had the money, I got this when I won that $100 from the break open lottery tickets. They were just 50 cents. But yeah, I'm looking forward to listening to that. I know what I need to listen to. Like I need to listen to Mad again. I played it twice. And really loved it. Or and yeah, but I need to get back to this, and then once I get play, well, what I'm going to do, because I also had when I got mad yesterday, I had went out and bought these. Okay, also, so yesterday I ended up getting also Pantera, Cowboys from Hell. How many albums on that comp? Five albums. Five albums. You talking about the Yes one, right? It's going for the one. Tormato, Drama, uh, 90125, and Big Generator. So those are great albums, and they're all like they're none of the albums are longer than like 40 minutes. They're all pretty short albums, so it's pretty easy to go through. I've only listened to Going for the One and the 90125. Those are the only two I played. But I'm going to be alternating playing like I'll play a Yes album and then I'll play like I'll play my like Cowboys from Hell and then I'll play another Yes album and then I'll play one of the Deftones. Then I'll play another Yes album and then I'll play another one of the Deftones. That's pretty much my oh yeah. Yeah, I remember liking that. Well, I like the whole thing actually. Like again, when I played it the other night, I mean, I played it again because I really wanted to hear "Owner of a Lonely Heart." But when I played it the other night, every song really, it stood out more for sure than Going for the One. So, and I liked the vocals on it so much too. I'm now, again, I'm not an expert on Yes. I'm assuming that was Ian Anderson on or John Anderson, sorry, John Anderson on singing that. So yeah, but that is my plan. I those are the ones I need to be listening to during the week for sure. With this being having multiple listens, it's only just a little less than 46 minutes long, so it's a pretty great length for their album. They nailed it. They nailed the length. They just 12 perfect songs. Every song is great. Again, like I said, there's just not a bad song on this at all. I am so much loving it. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to listening to these. I have not heard much from the Deftones, but I know that the things I've heard so far are awesome. And so I lately bought two albums of John Anderson, True and The Live, for yeah, two CDs, DVDs. Ooh. I have not heard anything from True yet, but I know I will be eventually because it's just that I got so much going on right now. But it is like up there closer to the top of the list than other stuff is for sure. There's a little bit of other stuff kind of ahead of it first, but I will be getting around to listening to True and like soon enough, within probably hopefully within a month or so. Like I said, I'm pretty much particular of what I'm listening to right now, what else I want to listen to and eventually get to. But definitely before I move on to anything else, I am going to be listening to what I've mentioned already. Absolutely. So yeah, that does look actually be good to get. I should get that stuff. The True, like definitely would like to get True, and but if I do actually see it there, even if I haven't checked it out before, if I see True, I'm just going to buy it regardless. Um, so, is there any album in particular you're looking for? Oh, I'm going to be, yeah, you're you're out of there. All right, it's just that spammer coming back again. I'm not even gonna post anything. I have somebody who's spamming. I like to know how I can make Ethan, Jay Miller, and Music and Cat Lover moderators. I need to make them moderators. Yeah, I thought there was a way here to do it, but I I tried last time, and all it does is just either or hide it, and I don't want to do any of that. I just want to, yeah, I would love to make you guys moderators. Absolutely. So once I have a chance to do so, if I can figure out how to make you guys moderators, I am definitely going to do that, 100%. So yeah, I'm not sure how to do that right at the moment. So oh wait, can I do it here? I'm gonna go in here for a second and see if I can't make you guys moderators. Media assets? No, I don't need that. No, I don't know. I can't seem to do it at the moment. That's fine. That's fine. I'll when I have a chance, and I'm going to try to make you moderators. Absolutely, you guys deserve it. You guys are awesome. So, what else did I want to mention? Yeah, I mentioned the other day that my good friend, Metal Guru has a. Where did I put those? Yeah, my good friend Metal Guru has a channel called Music Time Capsule. I think it's a great channel. He does all the editing himself and stuff. But Music Time Capsule, if you haven't checked out Metal Guru's channel or his Johnny Gilroy's channel, please do because I need to catch up on that too. I do like those subjects that he's talking about, and I wish I had time to watch it before, but in the next day or so, I will be catching up on those. I've been kind of, I want to be able to focus on those episodes for sure. So, Johnny, if you're watching this later, Steve, you're awesome, man. And yeah, I still have to give you the request for the song for the Trash Talkers to check out and everything. So, um, yeah, I eventually would love to do that, but I would want to do that as a Patreon on a Patreon thing, and I wouldn't be charging much at all for that. It'd be very, I wouldn't be charging very much if I'm doing reactions. Yeah, I would consider that eventually. So yeah, that's always in my mind of doing stuff like that, especially movie reactions. Doing movie reactions, and I even wanted to do on my like once I get a Patreon going, I want to do movie reactions. I do want to do music reactions. Like I want to do what I you know commentary. Like even movies that I seen before, I want to give commentary to them and tell you my thoughts and what I think happened here and my memories of first watching it and how I feel about this scene and I can point out these cool things. Well, check this out, check that out, and I think that would be fun. I think that would be fun. Like and the first one, again, the first movie I would love to do that for would be Fight Club, just to give you a cool, blow by blow commentary of every little cool thing, about the episode, about the movie that I can point out and say, yeah, that's cool, that's cool. I because I don't want to mess with copyright or anything on my channel. All my videos, every single one of my videos have no restrictions on it. You look under restrictions, it says none, 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 none. And I want to keep it that way. I like keeping my videos clean. You know, again, no swearing, no, you know, I'm trying to keep my topics on on subject. I'm trying to, yeah, I just want my channel to be. I'm trying to develop my brand. As you see, I still like to keep consistent enough with my thumbnails, with the reds and the with the reds and the yellows and the blues and the whites. You know, that's the color palette I'm sticking with. You know, with I'm not going to vary. You know, if another color is needed for effect, I will probably put like a lime green color in there or whatever if it needs it. But yeah, I like to cultivate a certain brand. And again, it's all about being personable. I love watching the most personable channels, and I want my channel to reflect that, to be a human channel, to be a human being, you know. And even the small, rough little channels that are a little different in that, I find them so endearing, and I'm interested in those type of channels too, because these are real people expressing themselves, and there's nothing greater than that. You know, this is what the world needs more, is more empathy, more, you know, more creative human endeavors, more human thoughts. You know, that's why I love Randero's Music World. I understand, and like I completely, you know, I wouldn't like his accent, you know, is a little, you know, is a little different, but I love his accent. I love the way he, you know, because he's not sure what he's going to be saying. It's interesting how he you don't see him in the camera right away because he has to press record and then get to the seat, do his video, and get up. And then, you know, I like that. It shows a real person being human, and I love seeing what he's going to bring out for CDs and everything, or albums. So yeah, when it comes to local, I mean, to the smaller channels, you really, yeah, you need to. I think we need to, like I was saying in my episode a few days ago with when I went, yeah, a couple of days ago, of putting the you back in YouTube, of keeping it human and keeping it personal. I strongly advocate for that. And so yeah, that's why any type of little channel like Randero's Music World, yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested, and I hope this channel grows. You know, so. But coming back to this, ever think of doing movies and music reactions? Love to. We'd love to, but I need to find a proper way of doing that where, you know, and again, it's not to make profit. It's not like if once I get a Patreon and just say I give a flat rate of $5, you know, for a month's, you know, Patreon for me, and you get yeah, you'll get a certain number of reactions, and like kind of what Larry Graves is doing, but they would be and but then you would get I would do these reactions of your request, plus on top of that you'll have access to my movie reactions, so you'll be able to request. But that may not be for a little while. I still need to get monetized on YouTube first, and that's what I'm kind of going for. Well, hello, Doug. Thank you for joining me. So, yeah, we're just trying to talk about, I'm talking about music and movies today. And anything you want to ask me about movies or music, I'm definitely willing to answer. If I don't know anything, I'm not going to fake it. You know, I'm not going to say, oh, yeah, I know that and not really know. But yeah, I, you know, it's my favorite subject. So just hit me with it. Anything you want to know, anybody who's watching. So yeah. So again, I just want to bring up because I'm so stoked about it. I finally got the Mad album. but I learned my lessons now that when I ordered this in March, okay, I honestly thought it was going to come out on the date of its release. It kind of it bewildered me that I was like, I'm not gonna get because I'm not a Prime member. I'm not going to get this right away. But I finally got it. Finally got it, and I was supposed to get it on the 29th, but it ended up coming the next day because of complications. But that's not important. So, ever listening to Pat Travers? I've been listening to his live albums quite a bit recently. Pat Travers. No, no, but you know what? I'm going to write that down. I'm writing that down. I do try to get to the stuff that I that from my I write things down. I do get to it, and I will mention if I gotten to it or not. So Pat Travers. Okay. Yep. I'll give that. I will give that a try. Absolutely. Is that his band called the Lady Killers? Mm, Tom Hanks, eh? No, I actually haven't. You know what? I'm gonna check that out too. Okay, wait. Tom Hanks and the Lady Killers. Yeah, that sounds great. No, that sounds great. Pat Travers is a great Canadian guitarist. Oh, that's a movie. Oh no, still though. I'll keep that in mind for sure and check that out. I'll check out the trailer as soon as I'm done. Oh, I love comedies. Well, he's one of my favorite. In my top. He's in my top 10 to 15 favorite comedian actors out there. Of course, there's the Martin Short and Martin. Yeah, Martin Short and there's many good comedians out there. I can't really think of at the moment, but yeah, Tom Hanks. I like Tom Hanks. I love Forrest Gump. I love the Burbs. I love the Money Pit. But I really like Joe versus the Volcano. I don't think Joe versus the Volcano gets enough attention like I love the design of that movie. I love how that the shape of that crack keeps coming back. I saw it in the theater, okay? And that moment when Tom Hanks is on the raft and he sees that moon and the way it looked in the theater, it really was like, whoa, kind of it took you aback because you felt like you were like you were there with him, seeing that moon huge on the screen, and the way Tom is kind of blinking at it. Yeah, that was. I love that. I love that movie, Joe versus the Volcano. If you haven't seen that movie of Tom Hanks, it's a delight. It's one of his. I think it's a little underrated. I think it's super entertaining, and it's a must watch for any Tom Hanks fans. Absolutely, for sure. So, Tom Hanks, yep. So I will be checking out Lady Killers with Tom Hanks for sure. Um. Oh yes, I seen that. That's a great movie. That's a good one. John Candy's awesome too. Yeah, I've seen a lot of John Candy movies. Yeah, he's great. Oh, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey is one. He's my favorite. I still need to see. I've only seen the first Sonic movie, but I need to see the other Sonic movies because of Jim Carrey. I think he's brilliant in those two. He plays it perfect. So yeah, he's up there. He's up there and probably in the top three. Yeah, because I liked back in the day. Of course, I like the Eddie Murphy stuff. I like the so many. I even like Timothy Leary as when he would do a comedy or stuff. Well, as an actor, I like Timothy Leary. Like because he started off as a comedian and stuff. Now, there's just a lot of them, but yeah, but Jim Carrey. But most of all the cast from SCTV, absolutely, or some of the older cast from Saturday Night Live for sure. They a lot of great comedians came out of that out of those shows for sure. But Jim Carrey, yeah, he could be up there as one of my favorites. I mean, the first time seeing Dumb and Dumber, the first time it was one of the funniest movie. I was my sides hurt from laughing so much. I think he was brilliant as the as the Riddler. You know, yeah, no, he was great. He was great. I'm not as keen with Tommy Lee Jones as I was disappointed with Tommy Lee Jones as Two Face, and I didn't think they did Two Face right. I think it should have been Billy D. Williams absolutely as Two Face. They kind of screwed him over. It's like how could you do that to Lando Calrissian? How could you screw him over an awesome role like that? He should have been Two Face, and eventually kind of was, but in the Lego movie that is. But yeah, but Jim Carrey as the Riddler, yeah, yeah, I love that performance too. He really learned how to twirl that cane and do all the things that the Riddler did in that movie. I don't have the I don't have those movies, but I will be getting the I need the because I do want those old Batman movies. There's still movies I want to get eventually. Oh, hello, Jack from the CD Cave. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for joining me here. So yeah, it's kind of it's almost evening. It's almost 5 o'clock here, 5 p.m. in Moncton, New Brunswick. So it's a little. I'm not sure what time it is where you are exactly, but yeah, I'm always glad to have people here. So any questions you might have for me, music or movie related, I'm here to answer. You know, um, what movies I want? Here's a good movie, a music movie that was suggested to me by a good friend of mine a while back. Okay, and I just thought of it now. If you're looking for a good movie about music that's pretty much based on real events, Cadillac Records with Adrian Brody, Jeffrey Wright, and Beyonce. And yeah, it's super good. Beyonce is playing yeah Etta James. She's playing Etta James. She doesn't look anything like Etta James, but the performance is great. Well, yeah, that that is your favorite. Yeah, I yeah, I have a personal connection with that, and I love that movie too. I remember for immediately buying the paperback novel for that, and immediately getting the soundtrack for that, and immediately yeah, that was a pretty big event. Quoting all the Joker lines. 'Cause I thought all his lines were so deliciously quotable. Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, you're just an hour behind me. Yeah, that's right. You live in Ontario. That's right. That's cool. So yeah, we're talking about we're talking about Batman. So yeah, that original Batman, I think Tim Burton was the perfect choice. But I still really love I really love the Batman Returns too with the Penguin and Catwoman. I think that is still great, just equally as great as the first one. Jack Nicholson is still kind of the quintessential Joker in many respects. Okay, you know what the scariest movie I saw was The Eyes of Laura Mars with the actor who played Falseface and Faye Dunaway. Ooh, I don't know. I haven't seen that movie. Ah, Eyes of Laura. Okay, that's probably what the movie's called. Is it with Faye Dunaway, who played Falseface and Faye Dunaway? Okay, Eyes. I gotta write these down because I. I'm always curious. I'll be checking out the trailer for this for sure. Laura Mars. The Eyes of Laura Mars. Yeah. All right. A little song, a little dance. Batman's head on a lance. Yeah, you got it. That's a brilliant, brilliant line. You know, look at us, the beauty and the beast. But if anybody else calls you beast, I'll gouge his eyes out or something like that. Yeah, I used to know almost every line of that movie by heart. By heart. I love the original Batman. I love the new Batman. I mean, yeah. What's his name again? The guy that played the guy that played in Twilight, Pattinson. Yeah, I think his Batman take is pretty good too. I like that one. So the Penguin series on Netflix was awesome. Yeah, I liked that TV show too. Gotham. I think Gotham was a little underrated. They should have did a little bit different. I don't know, uh, because it kind of fizzled out in a way. I thought it was a great idea. I thought it was a great premise. Seeing Gotham from the young Bruce's position, but they should have kind of went more in. I don't know. Because not to compare it to Smallville because it's not nothing like Smallville, but Gotham was a good show and I really enjoyed it. I think the run was a little too short. They could have gone longer, but that's neither here. Yeah, Pattinson. That's right. I was trying to remember the first name. I knew the last name was Pattinson. Or sometimes I like to say it Patterson, but it's not Patterson. It's Pattison. Yeah, that's correct. So I like his acting. I like his look. I'm not into the Twilight movies at all, but I do like Robert Pattinson. I loved him. I love him in as that Batman. So almost as equal to the first Batman movie. Actually, a pretty good actor, even though he wasn't Twilight. Yeah, he is a great actor. I like his acting a lot. I'm very, very interested in seeing his next projects, whatever it may be. He's a career to keep an eye on. I think he's awesome. Another actor I really like a lot. I keep thinking of here and there is it's Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy. He but bizarre roles, but I love that they chose him for Eddie Brock, as Venom, and so what right here, yeah. Back to Pat Travers, saw him in 1980 at the Sunrise Theater Radioactivity Tour. Oh, well, I have it written down. I will be checking him out absolutely for sure. Pat Travers, yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah, it is awesome. And I still enjoy the Adam West Batman series from the '60s. Who doesn't? I remember watching that as a kid, absolutely. And then of course the animated series, the Batman animated series came out, and that was like for a kid for at the time when it came out, I wasn't a kid. I was a little older. I was in my 20s when that came out. But I still, even in my 20s, Batman the animated series was just killer, just awesome. They nailed the whole comic aspect of Batman like never before. But the Adam West, oh, I love the Adam West Batman. It wouldn't, as campy and as cheesy as it was, it was still fun. It's just a fun show. So yeah, I still have a lot of love for the original show. It wasn't like watching Star Trek for me. Of course, for me, it wasn't Batman. It was a Spider-Man cartoon and Star Trek. Those were the two major focus. Yeah, it was. No, they made it on purpose to be campy. They were literally copying it frame by frame from the comic. I mean, you watch those old episodes of Batman, it pretty much is faithful, very faithful to the comics. It's just that kids were like, why are my parents laughing at this? This was supposed to be serious. It's Batman. It's my favorite comic book growing up. Yeah, just wouldn't shave his mustache. Caesar, yeah, he's like, oh, I refuse, and he never did. He never changed. He never ever shaved his mustache for that role, not once. So yeah, that was awesome. I mean, I have to you have to respect Caesar Romero for not wanting to shave his and he was a great Joker. I mean, he had the perfect laugh. You know, I thought I thought he was fantastic as I'm. But even the actor who played the Riddler and the Penguin, um, Meredith Burgess as the Penguin was just phenomenal. You know, all those actors were fantastic, and Julie Newmar as Catwoman. You know, that was pretty riveting. So yeah, I'm a fan of the old Batman series for sure. All those old TV shows I grew up on. You know, I mean, oh hello, Larry. Oh yes, yes. I've been raving about this. I it's in my top five, maybe my top three favorite albums of Sparks so far. I actually really like it more than the Girl Is Crying in Her Latte. I find I find this like from from start to finish, there's just not a bad note on there. There's nothing that drags. There's nothing that has, you know. I love it. I love it. I give this a 10 out of 10, absolutely for sure. This like this is a great album. It could possibly be one of the it's in possibly in the top three. I mean, I still will have a special spot for for propaganda, absolutely, and number one in heaven and thanks to my pants. But this is up there amongst those. Absolutely, I love it. I love it. I love it. I just it's so it was so worth the wait. I mean, yeah, I wish I would have gotten it sooner. I wish I would have taken your offer at that time. Yeah, but now now that I have it, I cherish it. I'm gonna let you know what I ordered from Sparks. The next album I'm getting, and it's oh, I was just trying to remember what it was now. Yeah, I remember. It's Little Beethoven. I ordered Little Beethoven. That should be coming mid. That should be coming mid next this month. Actually, June, mid June sometime. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. They nailed it. They nailed it. They deserved their chart position that they got. Number two was it, and then number one in a lot of other places. They're making a splash, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. Well deserved. 100%. Yeah, yeah. That's that. Yeah, I like that stuff too. Yeah. Of course, I love that stuff. But yeah, getting back to Larry's, yeah, when it comes to Sparks, yeah, that this masterpiece. I'm going to say it right now. As much as a girl is crying her and her latte is a masterpiece, this is even more of a masterpiece. I love the sound. They got more rocking. There's more. There's more rocking sounds in this album than their three previous ones. I find. I just think it just has a I love the sounds that they're coming up with in this. I listened to it last night in the earphones, and I swear I was listening to I was listening to "Do Things My Own Way," right? And oh, I do appreciate it, and I will be appreciating it more once I get it. I know I will. I'm waiting until I get it, of course, to re-listen to it. But yeah, but yeah, I'm so looking forward to getting Little Beethoven also. Even though it is lower on my list of my favorite Sparks albums, I still very muchly can't like. Yeah, I want to get it. But playing that last night, and of course hearing finally hearing it properly. Is it on my computer, on YouTube, even if I'm using my headphones, it doesn't compare to listening to the CD. Putting the CD on, and then when it transferred into Jansport's backpack, it gave me a chill. It gave me a little chill up my spine, a little like goosebumps because it was so like I don't know, and it brought a smile to my face. It brought a big smile to my face because the transition sounded so perfect and so great, and the way this it sonically carried into each other. Yeah, I knew I was in for a good ride, and then the whole thing did not disappoint whatsoever. I love the Rhythm Thief. I actually really like it. Oh no, where did the beat go? Where did the beat go? Yeah, no, I'm very much looking for it. I know that the next time I listen to it, knowing what I know now of Sparks and everything, I know I will be appreciating it more. I will like it more the next time I listen to it. Every album is that for me. Doesn't matter. When every time I listen to their any of their albums, it gets better and better and better. So I'm so stoked on this. I love it. I need to listen to it more times. Like I'm not done playing this in a long shot. I know I'm gonna be playing this at least 4 or 5 more times. It yes. The album really flows well. Yeah, yeah. Me too. I'm so yeah. Russell, and Ron are at the top of their game. What is it with these two guys that keep getting better with age? Is that wisdom? Everything that they gather, everything that they have accumulated throughout their career, they construct it in a perfect and it's just great. Yeah, they're awesome. I love I predict. Yeah, Womp That Sucker is yeah, it's great. So yeah, I got all my sparks here right now. No, that's not on. No, I'm sorry. That's on this. That's on this. I almost did a goof there. But Womp That Sucker is awesome too. I mean, but this, yeah, I predict is on this on Angst in My Pants. How did I forget that for a second? Angst in My Pants is an awesome album. I love the video. I love the video for I Predict, of course, Ron in that dress. Funny, the probably still my favorite cover. It is my favorite cover of Sparks. And I mean, no, I mean, second favorite. Sorry. Second favorite because, yeah. That, for very obvious reasons, is the best cover from Sparks, regardless. But this is my second. Yeah, this is my second favorite cover of Sparks. I love it. I love it. So, I mean, what I really love, okay, it's just like song three is a song called Sex Town USA, right? On the same album that talks about a wholesome Disney, a Disney character of Mickey Mouse. It's like, what does USA has a relation to Mickey Mouse? That it can go in those trends like the transitions between the subjects of these songs and this album just is so intriguing to me, of how this album can put a song about a sex town with Mickey Mouse. That kind of tickles my funny bone. Just wanted to throw that out there. Oh, okay. First of all, it really makes me want to check out past tense. Yes, check out past tense. 100%. You're gonna love it. One more question. Is there still rumors of a new? I have not heard anything. Thank you for reminding me. I will be looking into that, and I will give you guys all a recap on what I find out about the new Tool album, if there is one. Because yeah, I've been hearing word, and then all of a sudden, all that wording, like I don't see anything on the internet at all about it. New Styx album? I like Styx. I I didn't like them at first when I first heard about them. Like there's a couple of songs there. It's like it wasn't my style, but then I saw the live performance, like on DVD of the Grand Illusion, and that kind of changed my mind on Styx. So Styx was really Oh, by the way, when as you're out of here, Larry, just enjoy your meal, enjoy your little vacation. You need it. You deserve it. So if we don't see you for a couple of weeks, just I just hope that you really do get better and take care of your health. Absolutely, that comes first. So yeah, just wanted to let you guys know that Larry's going to be taking a break. He I don't think he posted that yet, but when he does, yeah, yeah, he deserves it. We'll miss him. We'll miss him. YouTube will be very lonely without him for a couple of weeks, and we'll be so appreciative when he comes back. But he definitely needs a break. He deserves a break, and we got to respect that. Absolutely, 100%. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. But when it comes to yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna change subjects now. And again, anything you guys want to know, let me know. And anything you guys want me to check out, anything you guys want me, I'm writing things down. I'm writing things down so that I try to get the thing. I know I had made a list back the last time I went live. I started making a list of things I wanted to do or check out, and yeah, I think I have, and I have talked about it. Um, yes, I did check these out, and I did. I'll make a video about that later, a little later, of stuff I already checked out that you guys had requested I check out before on one of my last lives. So, uh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Oh, there it is. Yeah, yeah, I do too. Because he, like I said, he deserves it. He's the best out there. He's one of my favorite channels of all times on YouTube that I've seen. So he really deserves it. Yeah. Oh yes, I know. The Serpent is Rising, Man of Miracles, even Six too. Yeah. No, no. I will be investing in getting some sticks here and there. I do like them and I do enjoy them. There's a lot of bands like Sticks that I need to get and enjoy for sure. As you see, I'm all over the place with genres of music. I can't really specifically pick a genre that I like. I like to say that I like prog music, not necessarily prog metal or anything, but any kind of generalized proggy type of stuff. I mean, my three of my top five bands are in the prog category in one way or another. You got with Tool, King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard, and mhm, yeah, oh what I meant to, yeah, yeah, that one, yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. You would know because you're the biggest you're one of the biggest Styx fans out there that I've seen. So yeah, yeah. I Again, it's also because of your channel, Jack, that made me want to that reminisced me of saying, yeah, I would like to get some sticks. I haven't thought about that band in a while, but you talked about them not too long ago, and it kind of put it in my brain that yeah, I want to get into sticks for sure. And so my thoughts about checking out sticks, but there is a lot of other artists I want to check out more first. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, I'm aware of sticks, and so I know that I like them, and I know that I will get some stick stuff for sure. But yeah, there's so much out there too that I need to that I need to sample. Like I do want to get into new music too, and I have been slowly here and there, but it's just so much of my youth. stuff from when I was young that I need to get. All these little gems. I still want to get some Motley Crue. I still might get a couple of Poison albums. I like I said, I've gotten this of Rat so far. I don't know if there's any more, but I enjoyed every single album on this. It is a good set. So so yeah, like nothing is really off the table when it comes to music. You know, I'm willing to give anything a chance, except for certain type of country music that I know that I don't like, and I'll stay away from it. But it doesn't matter what era too. There's stuff from the 30s, from the 1930s that I enjoy. It's 1940s that I enjoy. I like I like classical music. Yeah, exactly. Because that just develops your appreciation for music even more. As, and like I was saying earlier, once you start learning about music, how to write it and how to read it and learning how to put it together, which I've been slowly but methodically doing, it really helps. You have to realize that I'm originally from Chicago, yeah. So I saw Sticks 2 tour at Ice Rink and they blew us away, a new song at the time. Yeah, yeah. The Serpent is Rising and the album came out the next year. Yeah, that see again, it all depends on your experiences. That would have been amazing. I mean, I'm sure if I would have been there, I would have probably felt the same exact way. That's what makes music so wonderful. It's such a unique experience for each and every one of us, and that when we go to relate and share that experience with each other, that heightens it so much. Love collecting CD. Oh, 6,000? 6,000. That's right. You do have a lot. I mean, from what I mean, you doesn't look like 6,000, but yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that. I like your background. I like the stuff that you have. I was even interested. I'm not a religious guy whatsoever, but I even liked Striper and even a band called Petra. Those two bands were kind of talking about religion and that in their own way, but it was still really good music. And I couldn't knock the music. I It was enjoyable, even though I wasn't exactly into the subject matter at the time. But yeah, they're great bands. Yeah, exactly. There's both superb bands. And even if the content is not exactly to your belief system in that, yeah, I'm not I'm not a religious guy. Like I said, I'm a spiritual guy. I do like I I'm like a non-practicing Buddhist, you could say, but just on the edge of that. But yeah, when it comes to but again, just the point is that when it comes to music, right? When it comes to bands, sometimes the music transcends the message, and you can find great stuff. I mean, the message is always positive, even with with Petra and Striper, the messages always had a positive note. So that's why I would never knock it anyway, regardless, because it is still great music and it has a positive message. So yeah, I used to listen to them. I used to have I'm pretty sure I had a Striper seed cassette. I had a Striper cassette in my teens for sure. Would I have been? Yeah, I would have been in my teens at the time. They opened up the William Tell Overture with strobe lights, and when they came out and opened up, "You Need Love," incredible. Okay, so yeah, yeah, Styx is great. I do want to get into Styx, and if I ever see that DVD for their live show for the Grand Illusion, I would definitely pick that up because I really enjoyed that. It was like I didn't realize how much of that band that was good until I saw that. Yeah, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna write that down so I'll play that later after I'm done the live. Wow, I've been going an hour and 19 minutes. I'm really kind of not paying attention to that because, oh, yeah, yeah, that's cool. I wish I saw Tool 7 times. That would have been awesome. So yeah, okay. Six. Uh, so you need love. You need love. Yeah, I will check that out. Absolutely. I'm like again, I'm writing anything down, and especially what's mentioned on the live here. I can always go back and check and check the from my past lives too, and if anything I missed. But I do want to get to these suggestions because I know they're great suggestions. I take very serious consideration of what you guys from album Six Two album, Morris. What do you mean? Seen 6 7 times? Yeah, you've seen 6 7 times, and then yeah, Six Two album. Okay. Okay. I got you. I got you. That song is from Sticks Two. You need love. Right. Right. Okay. I'll write that here too. From Sticks Two. Yeah. Okay. I got you now. I wasn't sure where you were. I was taking that out of context and it didn't make sense, but I got you. My list of artists I need to check out is pretty long. Yet I keep listening to artists I'm already familiar with. I do the same thing. I do the same thing because so, again, that's the nostalgia factor. The second time I saw Styx, they opened up with Witch Wolf from the Serpent is Rising. The wildest drumming with organ, almost like death metal. Oh well, I'm gonna have to check that out too. I mean, I'm sure it's not the same on the album, but I still want to hear it. Just, uh, just, uh, just the same. Absolutely. See, this is great. This is great. This is why I do these lives to connect with you guys and to get some cool inspiration for some awesome music to get into. Absolutely. And movies to check out. Yes. Just want to clarify that this is a movie that I need to check out, and this is a movie I need to check out. There we go. I love heavy songs. Yeah, definitely want to. If it's your heavier song, definitely want to check it out for sure. So yeah, Six is a contender of something I will be getting mm, sooner than later. Definitely sooner than later because I know I do enjoy them. Oh yeah, there's so many bands. But like I said, I still need to get to those Yes albums. I still need to get to these Deftones. I still need to get to the Cowboys in Hell from Pantera. And before the week is over, before like yeah, I'll be playing this at least 4 more times, definitely, maybe more because it's so good, so good. I keep bringing this up. I keep bringing how good this is because I do love it. What else you guys want to talk about? I'm still game for a little bit longer. I'm not doing anything at the moment right now. So let me go for about another 15 minutes and then I'll let you guys go. So for 15 more minutes, the floor is yours. Whatever you want to know or want to tell me. Oh, yeah. See, I don't think I know who the original guitarist is, or 'cause what I heard from Styx was mostly with Tommy Shaw. Mhm. The Mission from Styx is a newer but great one. I'll write that down too. The Mission. This will give me something to do later. Mission. So yeah, yeah. So I got three things to check out so far from Styx. But yeah, I like it. Keep it coming. But tell me what to listen to and check out. And if it's a band that if you ask me to check out a band that I know and I'm not crazy for, I will. Oh, I got there. We go. I had something in my way for a second there, and I had to get rid of that. So, and be sure that I will be doing more live streaming this summer for sure. I'm still planning on doing a live stream outside, one evening once it gets a little dark out and I can walk around the city a little bit and do stuff like that. I also going to be, yeah, like I said, I do want to do much more lives. I want to do more videos outside for sure and stuff like that. For Pat Travers, which we were talking about earlier, I recommend the live album Live Go for What You Know. Okay, I'll write that right. I'll write that after the Pat Travers. I want to get rid of that part here because that was from my video yesterday. Pat Travers Live exclamation mark Go for What You Know. Yep, definitely. Definitely want to check that out. That's a good idea. I'll check that out first. So yeah, yeah. Um hey, okay, I got a couple of rock bands that I keep wanting to bring these guys up here, these two bands. Okay, kind of in this I don't know why, I just thought of it now, but these two bands came to mind that like if you don't let me know if you know these two bands. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. I'm you guys got me very interested in Pat Travers right now. I do need to hear that. That concert was at a high school and Styx first played a lot of high schools because they were not popular at the time. Wow, so you got to see them right from the beginning. That's cool. Boom boom goes out the lights. And so that's from is that from Pat Travers that saying boom boom goes out the lights? I'm expecting it does, but I could be wrong. Okay, I got two bands to suggest to you guys. If you don't know, and I'm sure you probably do, because they are pretty good bands. The first one, and I need to get more of their stuff. I still don't have the album I want with the songs that I want, but Killer Dwarf. These are the two albums I have of Killer Dwarf. They're self-titled and Horrors to the Madness, which are great, you know. And the other band I want to bring up is Priestess. I have Hello Master and Prior to the Fire. I don't know if they have any other albums, but these are underrated. I think these are great as anything else out there at the time that these came out. And yes, oh yeah, okay, it is Boom 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 Go Out the Lights. That's Pat Travers. And so you saw Styx 10 times. Oh, yeah, that would have been awesome. Yeah, it was on the live version. He said boom, boom, and then the crowd says, out goes the lights. It's great. Yeah, I'm looking for it. I'm looking forward to that. Why does that sound familiar, though? I may know what that is and just don't know that I know. So, yeah, I'd be curious listening to that and seeing what's going on. Oh, I got a message on my phone. I just want to check what this is. Okay, I can look at that later. So I'm here with you guys right now. So yeah. Do you guys know Killer Dwarf and what do you think of them? Or do you guys or if do you guys know Priestess and what do you think of them? Because I don't know, for some reason they just came to mind because I these are albums I really want to listen to again. I bought these a long time ago. I played them a few times, and but I haven't played them in a long while, and I've been looking kind of forward to listening to them again. I'm actually going to be putting those in my need to listen to box. Well, not yet, but I will. And I need to listen to these again too eventually. After I play what I told you I was going to play first, of course, that will probably be in about 2 weeks, 2 3 weeks. I'll be getting around to those. Oh, oh, see, that would have been cool. See, that would have been cool. Having a band saying, "See the famous band that's out there that's called Styx." Well, they played at my high school prom. Who else can say that really, except for your classmates in that at the time? Hmm. Yeah, they have some. No, they have a lot of good songs. I actually really enjoyed those Killer Dwarf albums. I thought they were like I what was it? It was a video for "We Stand Alone," and there's another one too at the time that I thought those were awesome videos. And I had that other album that I don't have, but then when I seen that, I had to get it, and then I was able to spot that and say, oh, well, I have to get that too. So yeah, I need to replay those very soon. Like I said, within a couple of weeks, I'll be playing those. So I think I've gone a little bit long enough right now. It's 1:31. I've been going. I mean, an hour and 31 minutes, and I really enjoyed my myself here today. You guys asked some great questions. You turned me on to some great stuff. We had a great discussion. I got to tell Larry what I thought of the Mad. He joined up for a moment, which is always delightful. I really appreciated him joining in for a bit. So yeah, I think I'm gonna let you guys go now, and I just want you to have a great night. And again, thank you. I'm gonna give special thanks to the CD Cave, to Doug Gilbert, to Ethan C, to Music and Cat Lover, to who else here? And of course, Larry for showing up, but mostly you four because you guys were consistent throughout the whole show, pretty much. And oh, of course, there's Jay Miller. There's Jay Miller. I cannot forget you. You were awesome too. Thank you for joining the chat when you did. Absolutely. And so yeah, I'm going to let you guys go now, and guaranteed if I have a chance sometime this week or the next weekend or I'm going to go live again and do this again, and I'll try to have some different categories and different subject matters for you guys to talk about, so we can get into a discussion and everything. I really enjoy doing these. So okay, I will let you go because I kind of want to do some other stuff right at the moment, and tomorrow being Sunday, I'll try to do a video. I kind of want to do a video tomorrow, but if it's possible, because I have to go work a little earlier, but it's all great. So yeah, it has been fun. I will be enjoying the rest of my weekend. I hope you guys all enjoy the rest of your weekend too, for sure. So you saw the tour you saw were the Serpent Rising, Man of Miracle, Equinox in Boston, Euphorum. Yeah, that would have been awesome, awesome. Thank you, Ethan, for joining this live. Yeah, I will see you next time for sure. You're all always welcome. And like I said, if I can I'm going to look into making all of you guys moderators. Yep. I think I know where to go for that. So next time, you guys, I want you guys to be moderators. Everybody that's in this chat. Absolutely. So, okay, I'm going to let you go. So, those who are watching this after the fact, everybody in the chat already knows. Please subscribe to me because I'm doing my best to give you the great content and to make your life a little, more joyful and to entertain you and just to give you a reprise from the craziness out there, you know, to talk about your favorite things that in you know what makes you passionate, what makes you you know what you love, and spreading joy with other people. That's what this channel is about, you know, and I love doing this. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Bye for now. It's been fun. I had fun, and again, you guys made the fun with. It was fun for me with you guys. Awesome, awesome. I love this. So yeah, okay, I'm going to let you go because I'm starting to get a little, just a little tired. And okay, everybody, be safe. Take care. I will see you on the flip side and the next live I do, hopefully. Hopefully more will join in next time because I love doing this. Have a great day, evening, morning, night, or afternoon, wherever you may be. Peace, everybody, and let's end the live stream. Bye bye. Have a great night.